Check out these leaves, check out these trees. Wishing you all happiness, clarity, and freedom today on this gorgeous day. Don't forget to remind yourself that life is a gift. No matter what you're going through, all the ups, all the downs in your life, the roller coaster that this life is, it's a gift. At the end of the day, it's a gift. And look at it as that, because that's what it is. And that's why it's called the present moment. Okay, present moment. It's a gift. So, we got a full moon in the sign of Sagittarius coming up very shortly. And today we're going to be talking about it. So, full moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is one of my favorite signs. If you don't know, that mutable fire, that energy is very adventurous, very curious, very passionate. And I love that energy. I love that Jupiter energy. Who doesn't, right? Who doesn't? So, we got a full moon in Sagittarius, and coming off of the eclipses in Taurus and Scorpio, this full moon is probably going to feel a lot less intense than usual, because whenever you come off of a very intense full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, going into just a regular old lunation cycle, it's like a sigh of relief. We're going to feel like this lunation, like this full moon, is not as powerful and might not be as intense as usual, because, like I said, we're coming right off of a very intense set of eclipses. So, but that does not mean that this isn't going to be a real, intense full moon, because it is. Every full moon is an intense full moon. Every time the moon is full, with all that sunlight hitting it, all that energy is just getting reflected back on Earth. And we're picking up on that, whether you know it or not, because we're over 60% water, and the moon controls the tides, and we're picking up on this energy at all times. So, this full moon in Sagittarius, it is going to feel a little bit mediocre. It is going to feel a little bit less intense, but that doesn't make it, not a potent full moon at all. We're coming off the eclipses, and no matter what you're going through, you are probably going to feel like a big sigh of relief with this lunation, okay? And we just had the new moon in Gemini, and new things are starting up. We've been going through a lot of stuff with the Taurus-Scorpio axis, wherever it's falling in your chart. These themes have been going on for a while, very intense, but now the energy is changing. And I don't know about you guys, but the energy has been really shifting lately, and I think it has a lot to do with the mutable energy of Gemini going on. Gemini is a very mutable sign, obviously, mutable air, arguably like the most mutable sign out of all the mutable signs, because it's air, and air just goes everywhere. So I don't know if you've been picking up, but the energy is very mutable right now. Lots of changes are happening. I've been feeling so different about life, having just crazy ideas and crazy thoughts that I usually don't have. And this is all, that mutable Gemini energy. So we're going to have the full moon in Sagittarius, which is still mutable, but it is fire. So it's more of a passionate, more of a direct, so to speak, more of a direct, passionate, mutable, adventurous, curious, all these wonderful things. So as with any full moon, we're having a culmination of energy, a culmination of these themes that have been starting around the new moon in Gemini. So for me, this is my 4th house, 10th house axis. So new themes are popping up related to my home and living situation, related to my career, all these thoughts, all these new ideas. It's insane how we just go from these eclipse themes to a completely new set of themes in life. And it's crazy how quickly your life can change, how quickly these things happen, how quickly your ideas can change, how quickly your mindset can change. It's really crazy, and it's really magnificent how this all works. But you're going to be noticing a culmination of these themes, of these new themes that have been showing up. And it's really going to feel like new. New is the main word for this full moon, because we've been dealing with these things with the eclipses, and we're finally getting the break. We're finally getting this new energy, but it is still culminating, and it is still going to be a big part of your life coming up to this full moon in Sagittarius. These new themes that are showing up with the Gemini could be related to air type things, like new ideas, new pursuits that you have, new ideas, new plans maybe for your life. Again, it all just comes down to where this is showing up in your chart. But with this full moon, it's going to be fiery energy. It's going to be more passionate energy. It's going to be more adventurous, like Sagittarius is. It's going to be more kind of like Jupiter. And Jupiter, the ruler of this lunation, right? Jupiter rules Sagittarius. Jupiter is in a fire sign. I made a video a little bit back on Mars, how it's in Aries, and how Jupiter is right with it in Aries. So I know you guys have things in your life that you're striving towards, goals that you have, dreams that you have, and whatever that is, this full moon is actually a great time to think about those things and to focus on those things, because it's trined to Jupiter in Aries, and Jupiter, is the ruler. So this is a very great time to focus on big goals, big dreams. Mars is there with it, activating it with the trine with Sagittarius, the full moon. So this is just a wonderful energy for going towards your dreams, striving towards your goals, just doing it. It's that just do it energy. Just go for it. Just do it. Believe it within you. Have a plan. Believe in something, and then just do it, okay? It's going to seem uncertain. It's going to seem scary, like it always is. But that's what makes it fun. That's what makes it a journey. That's what makes it the journey of life, okay? So, what else with this full moon in Sagittarius? Like I said, Sagittarius is mutable fire. So with Gemini, mutable air, we're having all this change, all these new things coming up. I've really been feeling the energy shifting. I've really been feeling how my life is changing and how big things are happening. Big things are culminating. And also for me, it's been related to my 9th house as well. With the Scorpio eclipse that happened, that was my 9th house. And themes related to astrology, how astrology is just becoming a bigger part of my life, how it's building, it's culminating. All these new things are culminating, and it can be stressful. It can be burdensome sometimes. Is that a word, burdensome? It can be a burden sometimes, having all of these thoughts and all these ideas, all these things to worry about. So I recommend for you, if things are getting intense, the moon is waxing, it's getting more full. If things are becoming intense in your life, don't forget to take care of yourself. Don't forget to meditate. Don't forget to get out in nature more. Don't forget to get enough sleep, right? Eat enough food. Have enough energy. Don't forget to take care of your mental health. Take care of your energy. Protect your energy. If you're in a situation where your energy is being zapped, where you're not where you belong, you're not where you're meant to be, go ahead and get out of that situation, okay? Don't be afraid to get out of any situation that is not serving you. Don't be afraid to get out of any relationship that is not serving you. Any situation that is not serving you, don't be afraid to get out of it. Jump out of it, because the energy's building, and it's time to focus on you. It's time to focus on your dreams, focus on your goals, your mission, focus on your desires, achieving your goals. The Jupiter energy is strong with this full moon. So have an idea, have a plan, Gemini, have that idea, what you want, and then use that Sagittarius, that mutable fire energy, to go towards it, move towards it with passion. The biggest thing is, make sure you're following your heart, okay? A lot of us, we follow other things. We follow money, fame, success. I'm not trying to follow any of those things. A lot of times my ego tries to, but I'm doing my best to figure out what my passions are, figure out what I really care about, figure out what I'm really into, and then strive towards that. Strive towards what you care about, what you are really passionate about in your life. Focus on that. Try your hardest to identify your real passions, your real motivations in life, and move towards that. Because that is what fuels life, the passion, the motivation, the desires, all this stuff. So find what it is that you truly care about. For me, I'm starting to realize that astrology is my truth. Astrology is who I am. And I'm moving towards that, okay? Because it is who I am. It is my passion. It is my truth, okay? I'm thinking about it all day. And I'm realizing that I need to move towards it. Also, I have the North Node in Gemini, which is another reason. Because Mercury is, the planet of astrology, they say. And Mercury, is the ruler of Gemini. So it all connects. It all makes sense. Find what it is you're passionate about and go towards that thing with this full moon. Also, what I wanted to talk about with this full moon is that it is square to Neptune in Pisces. It is pretty closely square to Neptune in Pisces. So understand that things might seem kind of like an illusion. Things might be illusory, hard to grasp what your passions are, hard to grasp what it is that's going on in your life, because it's square to Neptune. So you might have trouble with that. You want to have a passion, you want to have a drive, but you're struggling to figure out what exactly that is. That can be a theme that pops up with, Sagittarius moon square to Neptune in Pisces. But again, understand that it will pass. We will get through it. The moon will move through Sagittarius and then enter Scorpio, and then it will be trine to Neptune. So that's the funny thing. That's what's awesome, is that whenever a planet is square in a hard aspect, pretty soon it's going to move out of that aspect into a trine, into a wonderful one. So always look forward to that. Always understand that this too shall pass. Everything passes, everything moves on. So yes, it'll be square to Neptune. Things might get confusing. Things might get kind of weird, kind of hard to grasp. Like the Neptune with the fish, Pisces. Neptune and Pisces is a very, very powerful energy, very illusory, dreamy energy that can be hard to grasp. Okay, it can be hard to grasp. So understand that if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling confused, completely normal. So that's about it for this full moon. Full moon in Sagittarius. Big changes are happening. And with that comes uncertainty. So understand that all these changes in your life are normal. Your life is coming together. Your life, all the pieces are coming together, and it's so wonderful. So trust in that, knowing that with all this change, this Gemini season has been very crazy, very different. The energy from Taurus to Gemini just really is a big shift. So I hope you guys are getting through it. Let me know if you're feeling it as well. But thank you all so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I love you. You're amazing, you're talented, you're wonderful. And make it a great day or not, the choice is yours.